Hi guys, I'm Amy. I felt guided to come on and do a Divine Masculine reading. So I'm going to be pulling for the energy of the Divine Masculine Collective today. With the Wildwood Tarot, the Wild Unknown Tarot, and the Yogi Oracle. So Spirit, please show me what it is that the Masculine Collective needs to see and hear today, Spirit. What is it the Masculine Collective needs to see and hear today, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we have Four of Stones, protection. There's an adorable little Bambi there on the card. Okay, the newly risen sun brings hope and renewed vitality to the vulnerable. Shelter and protection for the weak or the spiritually wounded is the responsibility of us all. Okay, many trials and tribulations surface during our lifetime, and being able to endure such times is the sign of a strong heart and healthy spirit. Finding a personal place of emotional safety may require patience and a stoical dedication to the quest. For those who have weathered adversity and known loss, the light of life and love will always burn brightly within them. By building on a foundation of ethical beliefs, boundaries, and skills, we can be assured that when the test comes, we are secure in our knowledge, in our self-knowledge and confidence. The human ability to recognize and feel compassion for those who need help is just as important. However, the storm may tear at our own inner place of protection. We must keep the faith that the sun will rise again for all those in peril and offer fresh opportunities and spiritual rewards. Such is the law of karma, that each act of selfless protection and mercy for those in need revitalizes the spiritual warrior with a sense of peace and divinity rarely found in common practice. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. And we really should always look out for those less fortunate and weaker than us. Next, we have Five of Bows, empowerment. By facing and defeating our greatest fears, we empower ourselves and grow more resilient and effective against adversity. This leads to the individual's belief that they are no longer simply powerless. The empowered individual ultimately has the capability to influence and affect the outcome of events and change perceptions. The mastery of any skill or discipline enables empowerment for clear and decisive mental processes, and the arrows of one's desires and wishes can be loosed at destiny with positive effect. The time of self-empowerment by seizing the initiative is here. By channeling primal, fertile, and protective energies, the individual can evolve a grounded and assertive mindset and utilize this for effective growth and change. That is true not only for the individual, but also for society. Man, Nala, knock it off. Nala, stop it. Okay, the act of observing the particle changes the particle, and this raw dynamic life force can be focused and deployed to influence situations in the practical world. Empowerment enables the individual to overcome negative self images or destructive emotional addictions and increases confidence by overcoming stigma or social handicaps. Empowerment is the key to the attainment of one's destiny and the feeling of spiritual fulfillment through a proactive and positive attitude to life. Okay, that was a pretty intense one there. And now we have the Seven of Stones healing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nala, please stop. Okay, I don't know what's up with my cat today. Here. Here, go in. Go in. Go on. Hurry up. Let me finish my reading, Nala. Go if you're going. Dude, I swear. Okay, Seven of Stones. Okay, the Seven of Stones healing. After physical or emotional sickness or injury, a time of inner rest and rejuvenation is required. Patient and peaceful healing comes from a spiritual source. Wholeness and recovery will follow a serious physical or emotional wounding. One of the deepest stages of healing and recovery after any emotional trauma or physical injury is forgiveness. If the healing is from a relationship issue, we often hold on to the pain, mistakenly believing that it helps us close to the source of that pain. Sometimes we hang on to a sense of loss, loneliness, and betrayal associated with the failure of the relationship. Regret can also be associated with these feelings as one questions one's own motives and actions. Yes, if you have acted with integrity and sincerity, there's no need for regret. It is a waste of energy and healing focus. If regret is present, more work may be required to understand its underlying causes. One of the elements inherent in bringing healing and closure to any situation is acceptance along with self forgiveness. We are neither perfect nor omnipotent, and therefore we make mistakes. The acceptance of these simple truths can bring healing to the suffering soul. Very beautiful message today in these cards. And also, I want to mention these are not cards that normally come out in my readings lately, so perhaps I'm reading to a different masculine collective today. Okay, now I want to pull from the Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay, so Spirit, what is it that the masculine collective needs to see and hear today? What does the masculine collective need to see and hear? Okay, so we got the Daughter of Wands. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else at this time? Thank you, Spirit. We will start with Daughter of Wands. Girl, do it or don't. Come on, dude. This door doesn't move. You may have someone very annoying at your door. Everything that happens during a reading happens for a reason, and my cat is being really unusually. I'm not sure what she is right now. Let's look for this Daughter of what? Out! But you're afraid of the boys. I have to read these now. Okay, Daughter of Wands, visionary, passionate. The Daughter of Wands is a free spirit, a truly visionary, creative creature. She usually waits until later to settle down or start a family, as she's busy with her career. She can be stubborn and much stronger than she looks. As with all the Wands family, the daughter makes a dangerous enemy. This card can also reflect a woman going through a transformation or spiritual breakthrough. Okay, so I know I'm reading for a masculine collective. You could be a woman, though. There's no gender in tarot, so you could be a woman and resonate as the masculine, more masculine energy. Um, I mean, perhaps I'm getting that this person could be someone that is in your energy, this free spirit that is a woman. Or you could be the free spirited woman. That's all I'm getting from this. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune, number 10 in the Major Arcana. Oh, yeah. Number 10. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, Destiny, Change of Course. I love you now. Whether day or night, the Wheel of Fortune is always in motion. Some call it fate, others destiny. It's possible to go for months or years without feeling its presence, but when this card appears, the eye of the wheel is fixed upon you. Don't be surprised if there's a change of course heading your way, something you'd least expect. Whatever happens to you during this time, know that it is bringing you closer to your life's purpose. Beautiful. I love that. And the final one is the Son of Swords. Son of Swords. And there is an owl on the Wheel of Fortune and the Son of Swords. So owls could be a sign for you. Now let's stay away from my candle. I don't know what your deal is today, girly. Okay, forceful, determined. A dynamic creature, the Son of Swords, is a man of action, not of grace. He pushes forward toward his goal with urgency and determination. To top it off, he's very well educated, making him a force to be reckoned with. Usually, he's seeking approval from the patient and just Father of Swords, who casts quite a shadow onto his son. Working with a stimulating and exhausting young man can prove to be a challenge. Okay, so this could be your energy, a man of action, or you're in the energy of the Daughter of Wands, which is a free-spirited feminine. Okay, finally I'm going to pull from the Yogi deck. So, Spirit, what is the final message the masculine collective needs to see and hear today? What is the final message here, Spirit? Thank you. Anything else? Okay, any more? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we start with Dorotabo, Muddy Field Monks, regret, attachment, lingering affection. Okay, clinging desperately to the past. Rising from a forgotten rice field, The Dorotabo thrusts his hand into the air and cries out, longing for what once was. He clings to the past, unable to let go of his mistakes and what has been lost. This yogi warns that holding on too tightly to what is gone can muddy your present and block your path forward. The phrase Myron Gamashi captures the burdens of deep-rooted emotional attachments to the past. The Dorotabo card asks you to examine any unresolved anger, resentment, guilt, and regret, or a difficult relationship you just can't let go of. The first step is to identify and name these clingy burdens. Then you can break the cycle and work on releasing them. Reflection: what attachments or memories might be holding you back, and how can you begin to let them go? And this, to me, is all about learning how to live in the present moment and stop living in the past. Okay, next we have Zushiki Warashi, Guest Room Children, Prosperity, Harmony, Blessings. Oh my goodness. Perfect fortune and virtue. Nice. In the middle of the night, you hear a child giggle, and you wake the next morning to find small, dirty footprints all over the floor. The culprits are trickster spirits called Zushiki Warashi, and despite the dirt, you're lucky to have them. When seen, they look like children dressed in traditional clothes and are harbingers of good fortune. Treat them well, and they'll stick around. Fukutoku Enman is a beautiful four-character idiom that expresses a state of perfect happiness, both materially and spiritually. Like the Zushiki Warashi's, prosperity and abundance flourish where kindness, gratitude, and care are nurtured. This card reminds you that happiness is not just a gift, but something you can invite through the energy you bring into your home and your life. Reflection: how can you create an environment where prosperity and harmony thrive? Nala, knock it off! You're being a naughty girl. Amafuri Kozo, Rainfall Boys, Fortitude, Maturation, Growth. Man, I wish I had a spray bottle right now, Nala, because you would so be getting sprayed with water. Okay, after the rain, the ground hardens. Under gray skies, a small figure appears. A boy in a child's kimono, wearing wooden geta clogs and a broken bamboo umbrella hat on his head. This is the Amafuri Kozo, and wherever he goes, it rains. The seemingly counterintuitive idiom, after the rain, the ground hardens, stems from the idea of how loose soil, once saturated and compacted, becomes more stable than it was before. Similarly, facing and learning from challenges and obstacles teaches you valuable life lessons and ultimately makes you tougher and wiser. Even arguments and conflicts in personal relationships, when approached with effort and understanding, can lead to deeper mutual respect and create stronger bonds. Reflection: how can you let current challenges strengthen your foundation for the future? Really, Nala? Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on here, girlfriend, but I'm doing a reading. Okay, but I just finished that one, so I'm going to leave this reading here. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.